You guys, welcome to episode 5.
Welcome. Cinco. 555. That's my lucky number. Born on August 5th.
That's true. And we did skip a week. Sorry, we will try to never ever do that again as best we can.
My girl Maris was in Las Vegas at the magic show because she is going to be coming out with the most amazing line of what?
Plus size clothes.
Not because MJ is plus size, MJ is perfectly sized, and most of you out there are perfectly sized. MJ just knows how to dress for that gorgeous, curvaceous body that she has, and I know a lot of you, because you guys hit me up and tell me, so if you're telling me, you must be telling her that she empowers you, she makes you feel good about your size, and she makes you feel sexy.
Thank you,
Hello.
babe. Thank you. And remember to subscribe so that we can keep this going. And comment on every single thing you hear that you want us to talk more about.
As we have more than 10,000 subscribers now. So thank you guys for tuning in, subscribing. We want to hear your comments. Tell MJ what you want her to make in her plus size clothing line. Because you know she's going to be making that sexy ass.
Thank you.
I know that you guys all want to know what is going on with our favorite pregnant girl. Maris, I did an Instagram live just straight up today at the gym, and like everyone was asking me about MJ, how good she looks, and is she really pregnant, because people can't tell you're pregnant yet.
You guys, yesterday at the doctor's office, I posted a picture on my story. Full body.
Awesome. And she's eating healthy.
The most bland food suddenly tastes so delicious. Like you'd think I was eating chocolate cake, but I'm actually having a freaking orange.
Which makes me want to ask you, are you buying organic? Are you going to the farmer's market? Like, has the caliber of the fruit that you're consuming changed, or is it all pregnancy related?
I think it's pregnancy related.
That is frigging awesome.
Don't worry, guys. Everyone's gonna eventually see the baby bump, if not the birth.
The baby bump? Everyone's gonna see the baby. Like, we're gonna have proof.
Yeah, of course. So where did you come from just now? Tell me, since this bitch is on bed rest, where were you? What are you up to? What's going on?
I've been working on a client's really high-end Beverly Hills mansion. They hired me to do all of the interiors. I've been having a really amazing time.
This is like your 10th one.
Yeah, it is, but it's a passion. Like, I have to have that creative outlet, or I get myself into trouble. I'll buy expensive things like...
You were just trying to buy an expensive bracelet. By the way, were you gonna give that to me or your mom?
It's
5 seconds between. Listen, we're putting everything together, like we're setting this up. It doesn't look like much, but he was auctioning, trying to get something from Cartier.
Well, no, I love and collect vintage Cartier.
Like, were you buying like something important? No, it's just for your collection.
Absolutely. When something pops up, I don't know if I should be saying this or not, but I scour the internet for vintage Cartier. So I look at many different sites. eBay is one of them. I like to stay on top of the vintage Cartier jewelry game that's happening on eBay. So you busted me mid-bid while we were getting ready for this Kiki.
He lost like a $4,000. Who casually buys $3,000-$4,000 bracelets?
It wasn't four. It was
okay,
$3,300, and someone outbid me because I wasn't paying attention. I got it for $3,350.
And my Persian guilt sets in, and I'm like, well, if he wasn't here, he would have been somewhere else.
It's all good. It wasn't meant to be.
I felt bad.
It wasn't meant to be. Let's talk about Jersey.
Okay, you guys can hate my guts.
I'm so excited.
You guys can hate me. I don't care. I hate to use the word hate. My dad wouldn't let me, but I hate Jennifer Aydin. Like the way that she behaves.
So annoying. Jennifer, girl. Oh, that dress you wore to your anniversary party looked like Kelly Ripa's prom dress from the 80s after it had been thrown in the trash and dug out of a dumpster 20, 30, 40 years later.
And when Andy doesn't like you, honey child, it is all over his face. The look of disgust that was
at the reunion?
Yes. The way that she was acting about her brother's jewelry store. Girl, you're not the only... Your brother... Why are you so desperate for a jewelry sale?
And is your brother hurting? Is your brother hurting?
That one thing, like I can't buy no item of jewelry can be purchased under this planet unless it's in your brother's janky ass store. You already got the play. The cameras came to your store. Who cares? Let it go. Don't be so petty and new money and disgusting. But I'm rooting for you.
We don't like you.
And,
but we like watching you and making fun of you, but we don't like you.
And as a person who is overfed and is struggling with her weight, please take better care of your children. Yes, I said it. They act like brats. Everybody's saying that your children act.
Can I get
spoiled.
two? Can
Even
I get
your
two?
husband.
Can I get 2 things from Target and I'll eat my soup?
What are you talking about? Is that what she said?
The little daughter at the Benihana table.
I would smack her fingers.
She said yes! And that's when Bill Aydin said, spoiled.
We don't like your husband either. Remember when they
But we do love watching you guys. You're such a train wreck.
He is Team Jackie, I'm Team Teresa. Go ahead and comment below.
No. First of all, I'm cool with Teresa, but I don't think that a new cast member should be afraid to say or think what they want. If I were sitting there and Teresa was like, yeah, you need to control your man, who's your brother. You control him.
No, she knew what he was talking about. You guys, I said this at our very first Kiki. I said, Jackie's thirsty ass, desperate thirsty ass, that fangirl thirsty ass, stalker thirsty ass,
First
wanted
of all,
to turn
showing up once at a book signing does not make you a stalker. If someone came to your book signing and then was a cast member on SHAHS of Sunset, are they a stalker? If you get on my
last nerve, I will call you any name I want to. Stalker is a
First of all,
thing.
Jackie is an accomplished academic. She's an attorney.
You're disgusting. Who doesn't talk to your sister for 15 years?
But
yeah, I'm gonna judge you. I'm gonna judge you.
They made up.
For camera.
And here's another thing that I'm upset about. Why is Teresa coming so hard for Melissa? Why?
Melissa's dirty.
Melissa's dirty?
Yeah, I don't
Melissa's
like her.
dirty.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Did you see the smoke?
Melissa's dirty. Mm-hmm. What about when Teresa brought that guy with Kim G or D or whatever letter saying that Melissa was a stripper back in the day?
Because the truth should come out when you're on a reality show.
Come on now.
The truth should come out when you're on a reality show.
Teresa likes to hit below the belt. Mm-hmm. She does like a low blow.
Good for you, Teresa. I like your right hook. I appreciate it. And I'm here for it because if Melissa was a dancing girl or a bikini waitress or whatever.
Maris, that's her sister-in-law!
Whatever.
You guys, comment down below. Whose team are you on? And is it cool for family to be coming so hard for one another?
Was it okay for Joe's face to light up like Rockefeller Center when Jackie brought up that her husband is in jail? And they were like, really? You said that? That was so wrong. Yeah.
First of all,
it was early in the season.
Gorga is probably upset with Joe Giudice for putting his sister in a predicament that landed her in jail and then landed himself in jail. I don't know. I felt
he got happy and Melissa got happy at the reunion. Watch it again.
Do you guys think this?
Watch it again.
Do you guys think this?
No, nobody.
I'm wondering. I'm wondering.
Most people agree with you because you guys are blind. You know I'm the better judge of character between the two of us.
Can we talk about the best thing that has ever happened on Jersey? That Ho Danielle's husband Marty ended up in the pool. Now, I don't like to call females hoes, but if you have a sex tape where the sex tape is so long that you're going from the bed, brushing your teeth, you're doing all sorts of things. That looked like a choreographed sex tape. That looks like a sex tape you wanted to make.
And she had a...
And I watched it on Pornhub. I actually watched it.
Really?
I did.
And should I watch it?
It's intense. It's like a porno.
Is it free?
And, Marty, why are you talking shit about other people's wives? That's not cool.
Don't ever do that.
Margaret Jr. is stunning. She has an amazing personality, and she was a very good friend to your ratchet wife, Danielle.
Their divorce is final today.
Well, your ratchet ex-wife.
So,
and you guys were actually perfect for each other because you both seem like you're no good.
The settlement is that each of them either buys the house off the other person for like $1.5 million or something, or they have 30 days to move out.
I think you get what you deserve, and it is what it is.
They threw her in the pool. Margaret is the MVP of this season of New Jersey.
We friggin' love us some Margaret Josephs. Love.
I love the fact that they went around and asked each other how much sex they've been having, how often they have sex, and
I was shocked at some of those numbers. Like, I'm impressed.
Who said they had the most sex? The liar?
First of all, Jackie and her husband are having a lot of sex.
Jackie's a liar.
Melissa and her husband are having a lot of sex. And Margaret and Joe are having a lot of sex.
I'm not having any sex because I'm not allowed to have sex until 6 weeks after I give birth.
Well, Adam and I love to have sex, and it's usually twice a week. Sometimes it's once a week.
It could be like dependent on if you're on vacation or your stressful job.
No, it's usually we average a good 2 times a week, and I'm proud of that 2 times a week based off of our crazy schedules and all.
Jackie said she had sex 4 times a week or whatever, and then
Don't hate on Jackie.
I hope she doesn't come back next
We
season.
hope Jackie does come back.
No.
And I
Certain
think
people just don't belong on television.
Okay, speaking of people that do belong on television, I do want to acknowledge Katie Maloney Schwartz, because the last episode of Vanderpump Rules that I watched, Katie was thugging out.
Yeah.
There was no backstabbing, talking behind anyone's back. She was doing it
From
in
the
the
front.
moment, from the front to their faces.
Yep.
Telling Kristen to go to her room because she was a sloppy mess. Calling Carter, her boyfriend, telling him he's a mess. She was handling it. Katie, boom. I love you. You are a thug and you did it, girl. You
And
did it. She was handling it.
And you're supposed to come up to the house and visit me while I'm on bed rest for the next 5 weeks, Katie.
And Mike and Gigi need to take notes from Katie.
Yeah.
Because
Which means open your mouth and say the truth.
in the moment that it's actually happening.
Don't be shady. I mean, don't be a scaredy cat, fake thug.
We don't like fake thugs.
No. It's boring. And safe.
And speaking of fake thugs, did you hear about the OG from the OC?
She's back as a friend. She's a friend. She's making, how much money is she making?
I have no idea, but I heard Bravo.
$3 an episode.
I heard Bravo threw in a walker. I'm kidding.
We're not ageist.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. Come on. I'm 45 years old. Me and her are practically
Reza,
the
be
same
nice.
age.
Be nice.
I am being nice. I'm happy she's back.
The thing is that all the girls in New York are way older, so it's not about the age. It's just about Vicki. She wasn't doing good with the Brooks cancer thing. She didn't do good with accusing Eddie
No.
Judge of being gay.
No.
She just wasn't being good about saying cocaine for, what do you call it? Gratuitously.
I love Kelly Dodd, and the reason why I said the Walker thing was because she was really hard on Kelly, and I didn't like that. So Vicki, I'm not apologizing, I'm explaining. It was the Walker joke was just because you stepped to my girl Kelly Dodd.
So basically, we all know that she's back and she's filming, right? And if you do, you want to go ahead and say below, are you glad she's back or not? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I want to get closer to home and talk about Beverly Hills.
What's that song? Beverly Hills.
I just heard it the other day on there. On Sirius XM. It was on like one of the 90s or
Nice.
one of the
Weezer.
retro.
Okay, so we love the new season. We're super excited. The biggest thing is just like watching everyone coming up.
The biggest thing for me was Kyle's new chompers. I am feeling the new grill on Kyle. Kyle looks great.
I am not a fan of chiclets. Every single time I see people getting their teeth shaved down to a nub or like snapping onto a new grill, I do not approve. I do not approve. I do not approve.
I approve. I think it looks amazing. I think I know who the doctor is. And you know what? Cut to this bitch may be sporting a new grill too. So don't hate on it too hard.
I mean, I have to approve it.
No problem.
He has the best teeth and he wants to do something.
Honestly, Beverly Hills is giving me life. Oh my God. Episode 1, the way they opened with that whole beef between Kyle, LVP, and Ken. Life.
The flashback in the beginning, starting with a fight, next level.
Life.
Thank you. But everyone is team Apple, Juicy, Sally. What's the name of the dog?
Juicy Applebeam. Listen,
Lucy Juicy Applesauce.
I have and I know you have, a very soft spot in my heart for animals, especially rescued animals.
Of course.
And both of us have dogs, we understand dogs, and we know that when you have a rescue, it doesn't matter that it's your dog. The dog doesn't know you well enough. If your face is getting nipped, it's because
Get your face out of their face. If a dog bit you right here, that means you had your face in their face. What you expect the dog to do? The brand new puppy.
When I first got Marty used to nip at me because he didn't know me. He doesn't do it now.
Did you drop him back off at Walmart?
Of course not. I don't like that. As soon as it gets a little tough, you're gonna get rid of the dog? No, dude.
That's not what this is.
You tough it out.
Is like you come to Vit's prison and you visit me. Is what this kind of friendship is.
So I'm definitely not on Dorit or her husband's side when it comes to the dog.
Do you know that this is the second dog that she returned?
I'm literally, when I was seeing that stuff online, I couldn't believe that it was 2 dogs and not
and don't
one.
be smug and be like, it just wasn't a good fit. Bitch, you gotta go, you could do better. You gotta do better in life.
Well, anyway, it seems like it's about to go down in Beverly Hills, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, basically, we are excited to watch the new season.
Super excited to be back in Beverly Hills.
I like seeing y'all in your new shiny houses and your new everythings.
Kyle is rocking them new chiclets, and personally, I think they look amazing.
Some of the outfits are great, and some of them are not so great.
You know whose makeup didn't look good in one of her interviews?
Who?
Was Teddy. I don't know if she had too much bronzer on.
You know? And then
her interview look with the parted hair, pulled tight with the, I don't know. But her house is really pretty.
They have a new house, so mazel on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of mazels, can we mazel Jessica Perito for her pregnancy, you guys? Mazel, you're going to be the best mom. Reza, you know what I'm talking about.
That's Mike Shouhed, our friend Mike's ex-wife Jessica. And you may have recalled me trying to not spill the tea a few Kikis back when I was talking about someone being pregnant. And some of you out there who are really, really receptive caught like a little or something, or were reading my lips, because people were actually figuring out that it was Jessica. So yes, Jessica's pregnant. We're so happy for her. Apparently, it's out and about, so we're not really spilling the tea. It's kind of like common knowledge now. So
I haven't seen it anywhere. You know where you got the tea.
Anyway, it's gonna be out.
He's not a tea catcher. He's like a tea magnet. He just leaves the house, puts his first foot off the threshold.
No, you guys, I was at the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and this Persian woman came up to me and she literally started spilling the tea. And I acted like I knew what she was saying because she was saying some juicy shit. One of the ounces of tea was the fact that Jessica's pregnant. So we're super happy for her. We wish her the best. She looks very beautiful.
We're excited. We'll be doing it together.
Yeah.
Except we don't talk, but not
maybe we can start now.
Yeah. I mean, I have no bad blood with anybody.
So here's the thing with Jessica. Like, I never had an issue with her. I think that the problems that MJ and I had with Jessica were because of Mike. Mike was trying to keep his fronts up, which I would do in his shoes as well. But him trying to keep the fronts up, meaning the lies, and then what was really going on, and Jessica wanted to believe and trust her husband, which was really cute and sweet and supportive, and it was nice to watch, but it just didn't jive, and it was a problem. So it created problems between us and Jessica.
Let me tell you, if you and I had a beef like this, or if I had a beef with like a castmate or a friend of the cast, like that exact situation with Jessica, at that time Jessica might have been like, whoa, I wasn't ready for it. But then when you figure it out and then you end up going through it, at the end you should come back with like an I'm sorry.
It's all good. I don't need an I'm sorry. We're cool. I'm putting it out there that Jessica, you and I are cool. You have carte blanche to come back on the show anytime you want. Give us updates, show us your beautiful baby, whatever you want to do.
I do if there was beef. If there's no beef between us, that's fine. But I don't know that there's no beef between us.
No problem. We'll find out.
No, this is exactly why I want this Kiki. Because I want to talk about things that were never properly discussed.
We're going to find out. What I'm saying is we're going to find out. You don't think this is going to get back to Jessica? Basically, what was happening was Mike and Jessica and you, Asa and I, wanted to sit down to clear the air. But what Mike was doing was kind of lying and dodging bullets and keeping his front up. So
and by kind of, you mean Literally.
Yes,
Keeping
literally.
his fronts all the way up.
Keeping his fronts all the way up.
His hedges were 20 feet above
30
the
feet.
legal limit.
30 feet above the legal limit. And so here we are coming to a dinner together to kind of bridge the gap that was between us, not realizing Mike's hedges are 30 feet high. And so we got nowhere. And Jessica didn't want to hear what we had to say because she was still believing her husband at the time.
Yeah.
So we were at an impasse. We achieved nothing. We were trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
And
it's like this.
we left with sour taste in our mouths.
And then after all this shit went down, like they ended up getting divorced, obviously.
Yes.
Then the person she befriended was Golnessa, and I think the people who she was still blaming were the ones that had the best intentions for her. You know, I was like, listen, you're a woman, I'm here for you. I don't even care. At that time, I didn't even care if I was turning my back to Mike.
What are you talking about? I had a sit down with her. I begged her to come to Belize to help her work things out with Mike. We were all on board with helping them mend whatever it was that they were going through, and our intentions were for them to stay together. But
I don't like to be punished as if I was the one that your man while you were married to him or ever, for that matter. I don't like to be punished as if I was that person when I was actually on the opposite end of the spectrum.
So Jessica, if you're watching this or if this gets back to you, MJ would like some sort of acknowledgement or apology, right?
Theoretically.
Cool. So hit us up.
And it's also, it could be a conversation, but like the point is, I don't think it's cute when like all of a sudden, all right, I'm good.
Babe, she's also, I don't know how old she is now, but at the time she was like 26, 27 years old.
Old enough to get married.
Babe, we gotta cut Jessica some rope. We gotta cut her some slack.
Okay, fine. I just think
I think
we had a connection, and I think that we always kept it very real with each other, and I always had her back.
We have your back.
Always had her back.
And you have a friend in us if you ever choose to.
That's a good way of putting
engage
it. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
I heard you got busted.
I got busted by TMZ.
I heard you got caught.
I got caught and caught up.
Were you at your usual Pete's Coffee?
I was at Pete's Coffee on Larchmont Boulevard.
Latte with like almond milk.
You know it, boo boo. That's my girl, and she knows what's up.
Yeah, he needs a venti.
I got my large iced almond milk latte at Pete's Coffee. I'm walking out. I'm about to go to the gym, and boom, TMZ pops out of nowhere, and they ask me,
what did they talk to you about?
Babe, they're asking me about the Jussie Smollett situation, which is so upsetting to me. I'm devastated.
First, it was a crime with a hate crime and a homophobic, racial crime, and now he's in custody.
He's now in custody, and the thing that freaks me out the most is the fact that I do not want him or anyone who's not honest to take away from other people who may be victims.
Actual victims.
Yeah, so that's the thing that it breaks my heart, because
now the next time somebody actually is a victim of such a God forbid crime, then the first thing people are going to ask is it staged? Are you trying to further your career?
I'm not going to become jaded. I'm going to always trust the victim until I'm not supposed to trust the victim. So shame on you, Jussie. If this is something that you concocted, you need to pay for your crime. You need to literally financially pay for all of the investigative work that the Chicago PD did, and I think you should be punished. But I don't even want to talk about that because that's negative.
His career's over.
Let's not even talk about it. We're tripping and worried for Nene.
Okay, so you guys, Reza, last episode, a lot of people are making the joke that why did Nene even bother to stop the car when she wanted to drop off Greg? She might as well have just done a slow roll, and then she could have just pushed him out of the car. So clearly she's going through it because he was her rock, and now that he's not able to do that, she is crumbling.
Right. And listen, I don't want to bring up a painful subject, but you went through something like that. You went from having a father who was your rock your whole life, who was there stepping up above and beyond, and then there was a time when the roles started to change, and I saw how it affected you and how hard it was for you, but you never, ever, ever complained. Never.
I didn't turn on him. But see, the thing
is Nene, do you guys think Nene's turning on Greg? Because for me, it looks like it's hard for her and she's struggling with the role reversals.
The thing is, there's two sides of it right now. You guys got to comment below. One side of it is Nene's being completely insensitive to Greg. The other side of it is...
It's difficult because it's not apparent.
Right.
I don't know how you would react, God forbid, if you had to take care of a spouse. It was easy. You took care of your father who was always there for you. He was like a saint. And then now Nene's in a predicament where she had a husband who was super supportive, always took care of her, and now she's having a role reversal, and that reversal is really hard for her. I don't think she's doing anything wrong. I just think she's coping and coming to terms with the fact that the relationship is completely different now.
Japan was really hard to watch, right?
It was.
She's going through it, she's upset. No, and the thing that she was saying the most was, I'm tired. She wants to break down with Cynthia, and she basically had a really hard time, like, being able to show that she's going through pain and she's having this hard time. It's like, bottom line, I know that Nene doesn't lack love for she loves Greg.
But Maris, it's hard to break down and let go when two people, because Cynthia was super supportive and loving, and Marlo is not that warm and loving.
Oh, it's about to go down between them.
So it was hard for her to open up because the audience wasn't also super receptive and open to her breaking down.
Yeah, like right now I think the biggest thing going on in Atlanta is that everyone's tripping that Nene is either being too harsh on Greg, and I think that's unfair because she's definitely loves her man.
I don't think she's being too harsh, but we want to know what you guys think, so make sure you comment. This is something, it's a big deal because we all at one time or another in our lives will go through a role reversal, whether it's with a parent, a mate, a spouse. So it's really interesting, and we really want to know what you guys think. Yeah. But enough about the ATL girl. We want to say thank you to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your comments. She reads all of them. I read some. But get us to 1 million subscribers and watch what we do. So make sure you subscribe. You tell your friends. Spread the word.
Turn on notifications.
Kiki with Reza and MJ.
See you guys next week.